Absolutely. Everybody at the studio over there, Bob, is a big fan of yours, and they're all saying aye. It's great to welcome you back in Dubai. Great memories here and ready to make some more memories. Of course, everybody is looking at Arougate, the world's top horse. You were in London earlier this week, receiving an amazing trophy for the second year in a row.
Yeah, he's, Aroغeight, I've been really fortunate to have these great horses, and after American Pharoah, I just thought, wow, what's going to happen now? Maybe I should retire. But
I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah, so then you get a horse like Aroغeight comes along, so it just, I'm just you have a lot of luck and fortune your way, and so we've had this horse. So, I was thinking, about bringing him over here. We thought, well, he's done so well, but it's, he's such a great horse, good horse, but still it's tough, when you come here, and like I said, the toughest part of the whole thing is, they're not used to the American horses, that long walk to the track. That's like the equalizer, so you have to be careful that doesn't take too much out of him. So far, he looks like he's held his weight pretty well, so just needs some racing luck.
You saw him on track this morning. He seems to be stretching really well and looking probably better than ever.
Yeah, I think he's like, as long as he holds his form, we just let him go like an easy half today. He just went slow, but he was moving well, and that's what you want to see. You want to see a horse that's moving well, and if I saw something there I didn't like, then I'm really careful with this horse. So, but got back to the barn, he looked great. So we just have to get along, 4 days or whatever it is, 5 days, going to seem forever.
Let's go back to, while we wait for those 5 days, let's go back to the Breeders' Cup Classic and a classic race, a classic ride by Max Smith. What was going through your mind when you saw him maneuvering the way he did?
Well, I wasn't sure, if he was going to be on the lead or close to it, and I told Mike, I just left it up to him, and he decided just to follow those horses, and then about the 3/8 pole, when I saw California Chrome was going pretty easy and Victor was looking around. So when Victor does that, that means his body language that he has a lot of horse left. And I thought, wow, there's no way I'm going to run second. So, I can't win today because California Chrome is going to be gone. And then when he just laid it down that last 1/8 of a mile, that was pretty incredible run for him to, it takes I don't say super horse, but a top quality. I mean, he showed that day that, wow, what he's made of. To run a horse down, Chrome was leaving the field. He was leaving California Chrome. So that was, I think I thought I had a chance to win, but when I didn't think, gave him no. If that would have been exchange wagering at the top, I would have lost everything. I said, there's no way. But
I remember you told your wife, I think we're going to be second at one point.
We're going to run second. There's nothing wrong with that. It's Breeders' Cup. It is California Chrome and all that. But then when he found that extra gear that, every time he runs, he just shows me an extra dimension. But he, as long as he gets in the clear and gets his way, and he likes a target, and you just hope that he can catch the target.
How good is he? Is he better than American Pharoah?
I can't really, I think it'd be, to compare him. American Pharoah, he did something he was a champion 2-year-old, brilliant as a 2-year-old, brilliant as a 3-year-old. And he had a lot of hard races. This horse has not gone through, so it's hard to compare, what he's done. He's made more money, he's done a lot, but they're both equally quality horses. They're two different types of horses. Pharoah is probably a little quicker. He liked to go fast early. The faster he went early, I think the better he liked it, because horses next to him, he'd shake them all off. He'd just keep on going. So it's really, I can't really compare them. I think it's not fair for me to compare them because they're two totally different. I'm glad I didn't have to run them together, which is nice. And so, mile and a quarter would be a great race. Shorter, it's you don't know, but the thing about American Pharoah, he really didn't get to run against like the older group as a 4-year-old, so he didn't get a chance to really show what he was made of, because he was both of those horses are in a different area code than anything I've ever had. So they're two extremely, super horses.
Well, you never had to race Pharaoh and Arougait together, but you're going to run Opportunity against Arougait later on. Opportunity has had the chance to come here last year, and he did really well.
Hopper's like the little Pac-Man game they used to play. He just comes and he just gets a big check. That's why he's here. And so, but you know what? He is training the best that he's ever trained. He's training a lot better this year. He's coming back really well. So, you know, I'm just hoping to, you know, hoping to run 1-2 or whatever, and you never know what can happen in these races. But he's really doing well. He loves this track. He gets over the surface really well, and so so I'm looking forward to him too. It's good to have, you know, he's like the insurance, you know, but he's doing really well.
Well, you've won the Dubai World Cup before, but you've never had an exacta in the Dubai World Cup yet.
I've never won it here. You know, I won it at the old track. It's totally a different setup. It was that one turn long. I really like that track. So this is totally different. It's tighter turns. You need a lot of racing luck early away from there. So it's just a different beast, you know. And but that's when, you know, it becomes a jockey's race. But if Mike, you know, if he has the horse to do it, and he can, and you don't know until he starts turning for home, you know, well, is he going to show up? That's one thing about, you know, as a trainer, you know, every time I run these good horses, you're just hoping at the quarter pole that they're moving, you know, because sometimes they don't run, you know, and you think, well, it's just like California Chrome last time, he just wasn't running. So, you know, that can happen. So we're just stay focused right now and just make sure I lead him up there, he's ready.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You don't know, but you look for signs all week long, and so far he hasn't shown any wrong sign.
No, I haven't seen anything. He looks good. He's handling everything really well. So, you know, you don't know how he's going to handle this coming up here at night. You know, he can be a little bit, you know, he can get a little bit keyed up, but you know, so far, you know, but he needs to break well. He's got to break well. He's got to, you know, everything's got to go his way. You know, he's got to be in a good position. So I don't take anything for granted.
What would it mean to add another World Cup right now?
Well, I mean, basically it's for the horse. It's not for me. It'd be, you know, great for this horse. You know, we already know he's a great horse, so that's why I have him here. So I feel added pressure because I brought this great horse over here, and you know, you don't want to mess it up. So, but like I said, it's still a horse race. So we go into it. Every major race I go into it, I go in like really focused, and I don't take anything for granted.
One last question about training for Prince Abdullah, because that was really a plan for him to give you horses in California, and Arougait really was a dream come true for that program.
No, I remember when I got the call from Garrett O'Rourke that the Prince wanted to buy horses and be back in his presence in California. That's like the greatest honor. That's like you're being inducted into the International Hall of Fame, you know, to be associated with him. So. So it was, you know, it started out, took us a while to get rolling, but all it takes is one, and he's really patient. The whole racing, everybody that works with it, it's just a very classy, professional, and they love the horses. The horses come first, so that's very important. So I feel like a lot of added pressure when, you know, this horse, because he's been so, you know, been such a great horse, but, you know, it's been a dream to work with, and you know, we've had some ups and downs, but they handle the downs really well, and that's what you need. You know, you need some, and because they're used to it. But boy, this horse has just been you know, I can't believe that here he's had a horse like Frankel, you know, best horse anybody's seen in Europe, and then you get something like Arougait. It's like, wow, you know, he's doing something right. He knows something, so I'm just glad to be part of it.
By the way, at the Longines Award ceremony in London, you mentioned that you were looking for a horse named Bafret, and I found one in South Africa. A good-looking gray horse. Now, I did not see him win the way that Frankel has so far, but we'll keep you posted on how he does. There's a horse named Bafret in South Africa.
He must be a gelding.
Let me check on that. I'll check with his... I'm not sure that he is, but I'll get back to you on that. Well, thank you so much, Bob Bafret. Looking forward to adding one more Dubai World Cup to his collection, his first one at Meydan, and that would be a first for the classic colors of Prince Khalid Abdullah.